want to do that? Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
Hi everyone, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi everyone, Baruchim Habaim. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have a lot of notes written over there. I have no idea what you have going on, but I got stuff. You got stuff.
Yep. Richie
Maybe
has
we'll
stuff.
we'll get an iPad placed in here one day.
Oh, yeah.
So as we welcome Shabbat, I'd like. Oh my goodness! Hold on. I have to say hold on. Here at Bethel, we have to say hello to old friends. You know, I'm reminded, today I went to, and this is just kind of a small story. I got a call today, and these calls aren't like any other, but this one was for a funeral, for a man named, and I'm going to tell you in just one moment, and you may know this individual or not. Dr. David Kramer. Dr. David Kramer worked out a little bit west of us. And his funeral, or rather, we'll be getting together to celebrate his life on this upcoming Sunday. And when they told me, and I met with the family, they told me that it was none and the only Rabbi Sam Jaffe who had done most of their bar mitzvahs, most of their weddings, most of their rituals. And I can't tell you the amount of times I go and speak to a family, and especially around here, I end up at one of these very, very, very lovely, beautiful high-rise apartments in Hollandale Beach. And I find myself talking to individuals who were the predecessors, or who were the children, the wives of the Jewish community, the individuals that built the Jewish community of Hollywood and Hollandale. This was an individual that served until he was 94 years old as a physician. Dr. David Kramer. And I think so often about these stories, these families and these individuals who helped build the community, who helped build what is the established Jewish community of South Florida, who came down here in the 50s where you needed a very large flashlight to know where you were going because there were no street signs. And you needed a truck because who knows what was out there if you were heading out west. And these I would call the Jewish pioneers of South Florida. The doctors, the physicians, the people that came down here and helped build what is Temple Bethel today. People who loved Judaism and wanted to impart it to their children. And I can't help but just think about all those individuals now, and that generation that has come and gone, and what will be of the future. But tonight and right now, I want to give thanks. I want to give thanks for every Jew who came from the Northeast, from Pittsburgh, from Pennsylvania, from New York, and said, South Florida? Isn't that desert? It's like Bamidbar. It's like Moses saying, let's go out into the desert. And they came down and they established practices, whether it was for the helping of your eyes, the healing of your body, the sicknesses of your soul, of your mind, of your heart. Whatever it was, they came here and helped build our community. And for that, at this very moment, I want to give thanks and praise. What a commitment it would have been to come down in 1950-something. The rugged terrain of South Florida, not what we know it to be today. No Whole Foods and Targets. There were no Lululemons. There were no juice bars, okay? This is the Wild West. And they came, and they settled, and they created. And as someone who came from Macon, Georgia, whose job it was many, many years ago, it seems like now, I'm thankful always for the Jews who came, who traveled, who gathered, collected, and created something. I think that is such a beautiful, wonderful thing. to do. I think now we have so many synagogues, so many have created. But at that point in time, to be a Jew in 1950 was somewhat of a sensitive topic. To be a Jew in 1950 in South Florida was to be considered as someone who was beneath. Let's be honest, folks. No dogs, no shoes, no shirt, no Jews. Those were the rules. And these individuals came and they arrived and they created. And now we explore Aventura as Ferraris and Maseratis zip by. But let us not forget the Jews that came first and helped build what is and what we have today. What we build on and what we have. And while it's true, not all of these people are part of our congregation. That's just a fact. Not everyone in this world right now is committed to organized Jewish life. It's true. But we still stand true and hold true to those who came, who helped fostered and maintain and put a foundation in front of us for us to build. And for that, my prayer goes out and I say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. If you do not know the person sitting next to you or the person sitting behind you, turn around, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. If you don't recognize anyone, we have some folks in the back to the right who have never been here before. They could use a wonderful, you're welcome to even stand up and wish them a Shabbat Shalom. There you go. Because that is our community and that is who we are. Let us begin with joy. Let us begin with simcha. And in Judaism, that typically means either food or music.
Here we
Tonight,
go.
we'll start with Okay, and for candles, I believe Betty is coming on down. Betty, would you like to bring a friend with you? Call on a friend, any friend. Just grab someone's arm and bring them along. Great. I love it. Yeah, just schlep her along. just grab her by the hand and bring her up. Page 120.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahalik ner shel Shabbat.
And as together we say, Amen. Thank you, folks. Wait. You can't leave without hugs. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let's join in with the simcha. Chazan, if you don't know this man, his name is Chazan Manny. Or if you're an English speaker, it's Cantor Manny.
Ken, Toda Rabba. Top of page 128. Here we go.
Chazan Manny.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Número 2, מספר 2, number 2. הנה 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 מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה 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 מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. 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 הנה 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 מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה 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 מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. 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 הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יאללה יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Page 129. 2 songs from the bottom. Ki Eshmera Shabbat. This comes from Baghdad. Ki Eshmera Shabbat, Yishmereni. Ki Eshmera Shabbat, Yishmereni. Oti liol meyad beino beini. Oti liol meyad beino beini. Ki Yishmera Shabbat, Yishmereni. Ki Yishmera Shabbat, Yishmereni. Oti liol meyad beino beini. Oti liol meyad Beinu Veini. Page 131, Rabbi.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want to sing tonight?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't.
I'll sing it.
Okay. I'll watch. I'll sing with you.
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom,
Le'om Yeshuato,
Safru
Bagoyim Kevodo,
Bechol Hamim,
Niflatav,
Ki
Gadol Adonai,
Umehulal Meod, Norahu,
Al Kol Elohim, Yairai, Lohe Ha'im Elelim, Va'adonai Shamayim Masa, Hod V'Hadar
Lifanav, Hod Tiferet B'migdash, We're supposed to welcome Shabbat with joy. That's what we're doing. All right, here we go. Let's go to page 138. Lecha Dodi. We'll do the old one, traditional, Rich.
The traditional one.
Yep, this is the traditional one.
I
Our
love
friend Ann likes this one. So she told me, and I'm doing it for her.
Then it must be the
everybody.
traditional one.
This is 1, 2, 5, and 9. Verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
This is what they did in Egypt, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. This is what they did in the Lower East Side.
Okay. May as well have been Egypt.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Ishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shemo tiferet v'li tehila, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Everybody!
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabla.
Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelchav, Ki mekor habracha, Merosh mikedem
Nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila.
Lecha
Dodi likrat kala,
B'nei
Shabbat nikabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabla.
Hitoreri, Ki va'orech umi ori shir daberi. Kavod Adonai alayich nigla.
We rise and we face the entrance to welcome to Shabbat.
Likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, B'nei Shabbat nikabla. Boi b'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'v'tzolam, Tok emunei al Olam Sigula, Boi Kala, Lecha Dodi.
You may be seated. You may be seated.
B'nei Shabbat Nekabla, Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabla. Page 140, we have Psalm 92, the Psalm for Shabbat. We'll count down 11 lines. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Adonai ma'od damku machshavotecha. Translation is in the middle of the page. How great are your works, Adonai. How very subtle your designs. We change one word here. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Yah. It's another one of God's names. And the author thought it went better with the music. And she's right. Ma gadlu Mahasekaya Meoramku Makshivoteka Magadlu Mahasekaya Meoramku Makshivoteka Magadlu Mahasekaya Meoramku Makshivoteka Magadlu Mahasekaya Meoramku Makshivoteka. Page 142, Shalom Aleichem. Tonight we'll do the traditional melody. Yeah. This is a beautiful melody, sung all around the world. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelakim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boakem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barkuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 144, the Kaddish. Yitkadav, Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. Ve'amadi v'rakerutei ve'amlik malkutei ve'kayekon u'vyomekon u'kayedeko beit Yisrael bagala u'vizman kariv b'imru amen. Yesh me Rabba mevarach le'olam olam me'omaya Yitbarach Yitbarak, Vishtabak, Vitpahar, Vitroma, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemei Kudesha,
Recho,
Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran
Alma,
v'imru, Amen. We rise for the Baruch Hu, page 146. Lai 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 ya lai 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 Lai, 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 lai. Bareku et Adonai HaMevorach. Bareku et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Yai la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Yai la la, ya la la la, yai la 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 la.
Page 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And then the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a true token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works? And the living language that gives it form. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. The Shema, page 152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malkuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malkuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
Cantor, would you lead us in the Ve'ahavta? You may all be seated.
Page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol avavcha b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anoki mitzavcha היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך, בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושוקבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Elohechem emet. We turn now, as we do not normally do, to page 159, and we read the excerpt there, which is beautiful, lovely, and certainly well worth our attention and our thought. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content. Her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed. The song of peace. As we speak of peace, as we speak of joy, we cannot give joy and we cannot give peace if we do not have it within ourselves, which is why we turn to the bottom of page 162. Yismechu, the word sameach, smicha, these are all words that we use to describe joy in the Jewish religion. You're having a simcha, it's having a joyous moment. This word sameach has always been used to represent a feeling of happiness, specifically that happens on Shabbat. Not necessarily one that is, you're sniffing roses and you see, the beautiful lilies go by and the butterflies, but this is something that deep inside of your soul arouses within you to say that I am happy and I am overjoyed and I am proud to be where I stand.
Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malekutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat Korei Oneg Shabbat Aham Mekadeshei Mekadeshei Sheli Shabbat Kulam Yismiu Vitangu Mituveka Shabbat 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 Yismechu B'malekutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat Korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu b'malechutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat V'hashivyi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat Chemdat Yamim Oto Karata Shabbat
Shabbat Shabbat
Zeker L'Maaseh Bereshit Yismechu B'malekutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat V'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu B'malekutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat V'korei honeg Shabbat.
We speak so many words, but tonight we ask God that our words be turned into prayers. We ask that our mouths be used not of that of malice or of hatred, but of peace and of prayer and of gathering together, because it is so hard to have what happens in our brain and what happens on our lips. Those two things are a slippery slope, my friends. I have been the accused once a time, maybe more than once. But we ask that to God that we may speak prayer, that the things that we say during this period of Shabbat, may they be uplifting, may they be powerful, may they be insightful, may our words be uplifting to our friends and our neighbors, however they may be, which could be hello, it could be Shabbat Shalom, it could be have a great weekend, it could be, this challah is fantastic, isn't it? It could be anything. But we ask that those words be sweet on our tongue. We turn now to page 166. We say, Adonai Sivatayv Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up our lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Please rise.
Adonai. Hananananana Sfatai Tiftach. Hananananana Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Hananananana Adonai.
Adonai.
Hananananana Sfatai Tiftach.
Sfatai Tiftach.
Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai.
Adonai.
Ananananana Sfatai Tiftach.
Sfatai Tiftach.
Ananananana Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai.
Adonai.
Ananananana Sfatai Tiftach.
Sfatai Tiftach.
Ananananana Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai.
Adonai.
Ananananana Sfatai Tiftach.
Sfatai Tiftach.
Ananananana Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. asurim umekayim emunato lishenei afar mikamocha ba'gevuro umi domelach melech meni umekayim umatzmiach Yeshua ne'emanat halakayot me Baruch atah Adonai mekayei ametim Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalalu chasela Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
You may be seated. Page 178, Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam Tasim le'olam Ki atahu melech Adon Leko hashalom Ki atahu melech Adon lechol hashalom v'tov be'einecha levarek et amka Yisrael b'kol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך Shalom Rabbi Yisrael Amcha Tasim le'olam Tasim le'olam Ki atahu melech Adon Lekol hashalom Lekol hashalom Lekol hashalom Okay, this week I'm going to do the prayer that we did last week. We're going to switch off. We're going to do that prayer that's especially for hostages, because we still have hostages being kept. We believe there's 20 still alive. Unbelievable what these people have been through. So this is a traditional prayer called Achenu, which means our brothers. Here's the translation. As for our brothers and sisters, the whole house of Israel, who are given over to trouble or captivity, whether they abide on the sea or on the dry land, may the All-Present have mercy upon them, bring them forth from trouble to relief, from darkness to light, and from subjugation to redemption, now speedily and at a near time. And now let us say Amen. Ahakenu kobed Yisrael Akyotenu kobed Yisrael Anatunim b'tzara tzara ubashivya Aomdim ben yom hayabasha Hamakom Yirakim Alem Yotziyeh mitzara Lerivka Mi'afale leora Mishibud legula hashtaka bagala umisman kariv Akenu kobed Yisrael Akyotenu kobed Yisrael Anatunim b'tzara Sara uvashivya Homdim ben mayam Uben ayabasha Amahakom Irakim Aleam yotziyim Mitzara Lerivka Me'afela leora Mishibun legula Hachta bagala Ubizman kariv Venomar Amen.
Thank you. So tonight, my Josh is very, very short because it is one of my favorites. This we find, this is where we find the parsha of the name that I named my daughter, Reese, who is also named Tirza Ruth. And why Tirza? I liked it. But we are told that the daughters of Zelophehad, in Parshat Pinchas and Numbers, the daughters of Zelophehad, well, they came forward. To who? Well, they stood before Moses. And let's not forget their names. Their names are beautiful. They are Machla, Noah, Hogla, Milcha, and Tirza. I like Tirza the best out of the 5, so that's why I chose that. But I like what this opportunity represents for us. And my favorite part is, it says, V'ta'amodna lifanei Moshe. And they stood before Moses. And we are taught that they did not privately ask Moses, may we have an entrance with you? Like Esther and the king, there was no invitation involved. They required to speak to Moses. Let's talk about the word chutzpah for just a moment. There are 2 types of chutzpah. There's good chutzpah and bad chutzpah. There's, I can't believe he had the chutzpah to say that to me. And, wow, I can't believe he had the chutzpah to say that to me. Go for him. It's audacity. And audacity can be taken in a little bit of different terms. One can be like, he had the koach to do such a thing. These girls had chutzpah in the best possible way. They stood before Moses and they asked to be given what was theirs, which is fair. And there's nothing wrong with that. They went straight to the top. Moshe, Eliezer, the priests, the tribal heads, and the entire congregation, and they demanded equity. And here's the thing. They were right. They were correct. God agrees with them, as I have said again and again. Ken banot Zelophehad dorot, the daughters of Zelophehad speak rightly. From Midbar. And that's just not validation. That is God saying that this is proper, that this is the way. Say what you want, but I have born a child to be as loud-spoken and demanding as she will ever be pleased. And that is what I want. That is part of what is uniquely ours in this generation. I will not ever want my daughter to feel that she has to hide behind anything, to ask invitations, or to knock on any doors ever so politely to demand what is hers. In our world today, there is so much redemption. There is so much that needs to be done. It was not long ago that we went through a Me Too movement, and it feels like the traction for that has died. It feels that we still aren't working towards women's voices. It still feels like equality isn't equality. That gay rights are not gay rights. That we should feel hidden, that we should feel insecure about owning what is ours when we are American, and gosh darn it, we pay taxes. So, brush off, Britain. Get out of here. Dump our tea. It is so important as we go forward this week that we say and do the right thing. It is so important that we say and do the right things, not only to others, but to ourselves. This week, I have learned that I had needed to tell myself the truth. To tell myself what I needed to hear. And although we have kind of in our minds these voices, these actors that play out these different scenarios, while there is one of us, there are so many voices that go on in our heads, so many different personalities that say, no, it's okay, no, you shouldn't, no, it's fine, no, it's not okay, you shouldn't do that. And we toss and turn at night and think about all the things we should have said and should not have said, all the things we should have kept our mouth closed, or all the things that we wished we wanted to do but never did. And now is the time to do it. The daughters of Zelophehad speak correctly, which is they approach Moses, they go right to the front. They don't ask for an invitation, they go right to the front. They're like, those squad of people that get out of the limos at the clubs that just get let in, okay? We need to be those people. Demanding, knowing what is ours, knowing what is rightfully ours, and speaking the truth not only to others and to God, not asking God, but telling yourself what we need to hear. This week I have learned my own truths, and it means, my daughter Tirza yells at me all day long. I'm not sure what she wants. It's most likely a diaper change or food. So it's pretty easy at this point. Her demands, very, very strong. She does have a very loud voice, unlike her mother and father, one who works as a rabbi and the other in Broadway. Who knew we'd raise a child to be that way? But that is the world that we live in. And so today I ask you, go right to the front and say what needs to be said. Go right to the front. Go right to the person. Send the text. Make the call. Say what needs to be said and do it now. Because it is not about being polite. It is about doing as what God says, this is the right thing to do. Not, oh, how wonderful that these women pleaded before me, oh God. God says to Moses, they were right. So we do what is right and say what is right. Ken Yehi Ratzon, Shabbat Shalom, as together we say, Amen. Okay. Aleinu. Oh, Misha Berach. We forgot the Misha Berach.
Yep.
We didn't forget the Misha Berach.
Not yet.
Because that would be if we finished the service and we didn't do it. So technically we didn't forget the Misha Berach. So forget that I ever said that. Whoa. We turn now, we think of Cindy Green, Mordechai Ben Yaffa, and Stephen Lewis. If there are names you'd like to add to that list, please feel free to do so, as my eyes or my hands, whichever comes first, we're gonna start on the left. We're starting on the left tonight. Yes, sir. You got it. Yes, ma'am. We're moving across. We're going to start down below. We're moving it up. Okay. Wow. We're starting at the beginning. Marlene. Marcia. Spencer Mallison.
I have a few names here. Gary Haber Cornham, Dennis Prager, who is Shmuel Nehemiah Ben Hinda, Harry Stone, Chaim Velvel Ben Fega, Marvin Blitz, Sharon Schwab, and Josepha Gayer. All right, we're on page 371, everybody. Middle of the page. Mi sheperak avotenu mikor habraka leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberak imotenu mikor habraka labotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Yep, now we rise for the Aleinu, bottom of page 586.
I ask you now to please be seated as the name of your loved one is called aloud. I ask you to stand and rise in their honor. Tonight we remember those in Shloshim: Jack Arkin, Danny Jacobs, Perry Plant, Carl Egerman. We also add to that the 6 million who perished in the Holocaust and those who were murdered on October 7th. We add to that list Solomon Abulafia, Ludmila Belatevka, Joseph Bennett, Andy Blazer, Elliot Block, Frida Breitkoff, Jaquiz Breifer, Abraham Brill, Morris Cook, Abraham Cooper, Charles Doppelt, Rose H. Drabkin, Max Drobner, Beatrice Emmerman, Milton Friedland, Henry Gochman, Henry Halperin, Bella Himes, Samuel Jacobs, Rebecca Kaufman, David Levine, Hyman Lieber, Jack Maskett, Vanessa Drabkin Peltz, Bella Phillips, Benjamin Raymond, Joseph Roseman, Kate Schiller, Cantor Moshe Schulhoff, Abraham Schwartz, Martin Simon, Ronald Steiglitz, Alan Talman, Joseph Toretsky, Kurt Oleg, Rose Wolk, and Kate Zeigel. If there are names you'd like to add to this list, please feel free to do so as my hand or eye meets yours. Yes. And we rise in support of those in our community as our cantor has a few names to add.
I just wanted to, I wanted to add the name of Connie Francis. She was a great singer, and I know some people who knew her very well, who worked with her, and they say she was a very, very nice person. Richie actually played for her for a little while, and okay. And I just wanted to say a word about Cantor Schulhoff. His yahrzeit was on Shabbat last week, but we're saying it tonight again. And I had the great joy and distinction and pleasure of studying with him for 20 years. He was one of the greatest cantors in the world. And besides that, he was just a great man. A wonderful, wonderful man. Will never be forgotten. Okay.
598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba be'alma divrach kirotei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'amechon v'chayed l'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam umei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'ramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudesha b'reichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zirchonam livracha. May all of their memories be for us as a blessing. You may be seated. Sharon, the old bread and butter.
I don't want to forget how to do this, so every once in a while, got to get up here. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm very happy to be here with all of you in the sanctuary, and I am very happy for those who are watching at home. Thank you for being with us. Rabbi, Cantor, Richie, David's upstairs tonight, so thank you. Our music tonight is sponsored by Dr. Barbara Drabkin in memory of her mother, Rose H. Drabkin. The flowers tonight are beautiful, and they are sponsored by Sisterhood. So thank you, Dr. Drabkin, and thank you, Sisterhood. We appreciate our sponsors very much, and we need our sponsors for music, flowers, oneg, live streaming. In addition to honoring a special occasion or a loved one, you're supporting our temple when you are a sponsor. We have lots of open dates coming up. Please call the office to reserve yours. Tomorrow at 9:30, we have Torah study and service on Zoom. Wednesday, we will have Cantor Manny's class on Zoom at 6. Thursday morning, the rabbi's available. If you'd like to join him for a minyan, you just have to call to request. Next Friday, we'll be back here again at 7 for Shabbat service here and online. Please make sure you're reading Trending every week for links and updates on events, including our Panera fundraiser coming July 29th from 4 till 8 p.m., and the Miami Marlins game and Jewish Heritage celebration on September 14th. Something else to look forward to. On Friday, August 22nd at 5:30, we are starting our Shabbat that evening with a Shab barbecue. I don't come up with the names, folks. Grilling in the breezeway, enjoying a summer Shabbat dinner together, and then our evening service, and of course, our oneg. And while we're happily looking forward to food, and more food, Please don't forget to join us in our food drive. Any donations you make when you come to temple help to feed our local families in need. Kiddush and Hamotzi are going to be in the rotunda. Please take a little wine, a piece of challah, join the Rabbi and Cantor for the blessings, then come into the chapel with us for the oneg. The gift shop is open tonight. Do we still have books? Yes. Rudy's book? We still have Rudy's book if anybody hasn't gotten it and read it yet. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, our music tonight was sponsored by our friend Dr. Barbara Drapkin in memory of her mother, Rose Drapkin. And I'm sure many of you remember Rose. She was an amazing lady. I never saw Rose without a smile on her face. Yeah. She lived to be, I think, about 103. Rose was a lovely, lovely person. So Barbara sponsored our music tonight. And she wanted us to sing Young at Heart in memory of her mother, Rose. Fairy tales can come true, it can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part: you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart. Beautiful accompaniment by Richie. Thank you, Rich. Beautiful. All right. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We're going to leave with a song we always love to sing. Avenu Shalom Aleichem. We bring you peace. You'll have to sponsor it
also,
next week.
I want to give you something to think about real quick. In 30 years, we'll be saying things like, Cantor, sing the Backstreet Boys, one of our, the old Britney Spears tune.
And I'll do
the
it.
The classics, you know how it was. Great. All right, let's do it. Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom. We need everybody. Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom Aleichem, Avenu Shalom, Shalom, Shalom Aleichem.